the victory of the constitution. শাহজাহানের শাস্তি চাই তো ভালো থাকবেন আছি সাথে
It is my job to recommend whether it will be accepted or not. It is on the president.
भाजपा तो थोड़ा रामायण करते हैं ना, तो रामायण से उठा के माता कैकेयी को भेज दिया है। तो माता कैकेयी जी वो तो नाटक ज़्यादा करते हैं, आंसू नाटक करके आंसू बहाते हैं, ये काम माता कैकेयी जी कर रहे हैं।
Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I am Anand Narsimhan. Now for a month now, ladies and gentlemen, in fact 46 days, the women of Sandeshkhali are fighting for their rights, seeking justice to the horrific, disgraceful treatment meted out to them. The women are alleging that they have been subjected to sexual harassment for years and their lands have been forcefully snatched away. Shockingly, and as per the testimonies of these women who are on record with us here on the News18 network, the main accused behind all of this is a politician, a leader of the ruling disposition in the state of Bengal, the Trinamool Congress. The man accused is a strong man, a Bahubali, a local don or gunda as many people would say, Sheikh Shahjahan. He has been missing since the 5th of January 2024, the day the Enforcement Directorate arrived at his doorstep and tried to enter Sandeshkhali in order to question him in an alleged ration distribution scam. Since then, there's been no trace of Sheikh Shahjahan. Many say he's fled, others are saying he's freely going about his business in Sandeshkhali itself with complete protection from the administration. Now, as the anger against the state police and the administration only grows, all they are getting to hear, or all we are getting to hear from the Chief Minister, who's also the Home Minister of the state, is that Sheikh Shahjahan is being targeted. She has said this on the floor of the assembly. Many questions over that statement, but this is open support. But if he is innocent, why is he hiding? Why not come and face these allegations and why challenge and not challenge them? Why is the state police unable to trace him? It's been 46 days and there's been no statement from him, no sight of him either. So, as per the law and order of the state, and more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, despite many of the women in Sandeshkhali naming him and his goons, not a single FIR mentions him. There is not a single FIR against him. Is this not a reflection of the state of affairs in Bengal? Can the ruling disposition in the state get away by painting the central government functionaries, the bodies and commissions in political hues? That's the question that remains. Now, even the Calcutta High Court has pulled up the Mamata Banerjee-led government. Here's what the High Court has said. Shahjahan has done damage to public, cannot defy law. Shahjahan is on the run after committing alleged crimes. Police are unable to apprehend him despite the IPC offences. One person can't hold the entire population to ransom. The ruling dispensation should not support Shahjahan. In the suo motu matter, Shahjahan must surrender here. The court has said let him come to the Calcutta High Court and surrender therein. The larger question is, the court has taken suo motu cognizance, but the state law and order enforcement agencies, not a single FIR registered against him. They have no clue where he is. But there is political vendetta and targeting being claimed. So who's shielding the Sandeshkhali Sheikh is a question that we ask tonight here on The Right Stand. Let's go across to Neeti Jain, spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, and Ravi Srivastava, who's backing the Trinamool Congress, who's taking a position against the BJP and what many would say is political opportunism or political tourism. Neeti Jain, how would you first respond to this? Sandeshkhali has been happening for a while. Were there no BJP Karyakartas in Sandeshkhali or Boshirhat? How come this matter has never been raised, but 60 days before elections, suddenly everything is active?
Anand, I think it's quite sad to make this a political point today. I think whenever the matter has come to light, the BJP has taken cognizance and we have stood up for anything wrong that is happening. For TMC to come up today and say that we are politicizing it, had their police and their administration taken action then, we did not have to come in and do anything about it. So to cry foul today and blame us for asking questions about the women that are suffering there, I think that's just sad right now. So for us, this is definitely not political, and the question that needs to be asked today, and the only question that needs to be asked, is where is Shahjahan Sheikh, and why is it that the government of the state did not know what was happening here? The lands are being grabbed, the women are being raped, and there is no FIR being filed. The women say the police was in the know of things, and yet no FIR was filed and they did not take any action. So what kind of political patronage that is happening there and is causing such distress to these women? I think that is the only
in
question.
the Vidhan Sabha has said that these are BJP women coming from outside, covering their faces and giving these statements.
No, she has also said that the governor has made his Raj Bhavan into a hotel. Not she, somebody from her party had said it. And she is shielding Shahjahan Sheikh. If she has such faith in the man, let the FIR be filed. There was a suggestion that his properties can be attached. What action has been taken? So just to stand there and defend everything that man has done without even taking it to the police or letting the inquiry happen, I think that is the question that needs to be asked, Anand. It needs not be made political in any sense. The women that are being raped is not political. It is a matter of dignity of women and the entire state that is running on a certain amount of political patronage.
Now there is another allegation, and this has just happened, ladies and gentlemen, and I am bringing it to the attention of Ms. Neeti Jain, spokesperson of the BJP. The West Bengal police has now alleged that one of our own officers was called a Khalistani by the state's leader of opposition. So this is Shuvendu Adhikari. His fault, he's a proud Sikh and a capable police officer who's trying to enforce the law. This comment is much more malicious and racial as it is community inciting. It's a criminal act. We unequivocally condemn the unprovoked, unacceptable attack on an individual's religious identity and beliefs aimed to incite people to take to violence and break the law. Stern legal action is being initiated. So there is trouble for Mr. Shuvendu Adhikari now for the comments that he has uttered. We'll try and play out. I'm just going to check with our team if Mr. Adhikari has already reacted to this, and if we have a reaction or clarification from Mr. Shuvendu Adhikari, we'll play that out too. But how would you like to respond? So this is what the West Bengal police is now saying, that the BJP is not just name calling, they are there to purely vitiate the entire atmosphere.
Alright, so about this specific matter, Anand, I have just heard one side of the story and I don't know about this matter. So unless I hear Mr. Adhikari's side of the story and the context in which this statement was made, I'm not going to comment on that. But the other charge that everything is politicized and everything is vicious. So this is a party that basically says BJP is wrong, the governor is wrong, NCW is wrong, even the court is not acting in the right manner. So if everything is wrong and only the delusional sense of the story that they have in their mind is right, I don't think I have to comment on their delusions at all.
But the West Bengal police is so sharp, Ravi Srivastava, that they're able to pick out a comment made by the leader of the opposition, but they are not in the shape to arrest Sheikh Shahjahan.
Anand, first of all, rape is a heinous crime and there are no twos about it. As far as the comment is concerned, I think you have got the clip. I have seen that already. It was in the broad daylight, and the identity of that IPS police officer, who was a Sikh officer, he was called Atankwadi. He was looking very agitated, and he has said it. He said, it has become very common for BJP to call any Muslim as an Atankwadi and as any Sikh as a Khalistani. I think they have lost their sense of proprietary and abuse people like this. As far as Sandeshkhali is concerned, it has become almost a very fertile story for the BJP. Just 60 days before the Lok Sabha election, they want to encash on it. That they brought some people from other places, some BJP karyakarta. We saw those statements happening for last 7, 8 or 10 days. Making any statement before the media, I think does not amount to any testimony. If it is really serious things have happened, the victim must come forward, and it has happened in other cases as well.
Okay, so let me ask you: if
their identity will be concealed, there should be proper investigation. There should be proper medical examination. There should be all kind of forensic analysis done for those people and justice given. Because this cannot
Has
be
it been
on a
done?
testimony
Ravi
of some-
Srivastava,
That's what I am asking.
if
That's
some
what I am
people come,
asking.
if some people come and complain amidst fear, should the police put their names out in public? Should the police release the names of such people who have come out and complained?
Not at all.
Not at all. That's exactly what's been done in Sandeshkhali.
Absolutely.
Sir, that's exactly what's been done in
in.
1 minute, sir. That's exactly what's been done in Sandeshkhali. Yesterday and day before, News 18 and reporters of News 18 who were on ground, News 18 Bangla, News 18 Hindi and News 18 CNN News 18, they spoke to many women across Sandeshkhali. If you understand a bit of Bangla or if you have access to the channel, we'll play that out for your benefit. And you please tell me what they are saying. How do you know these are BJP women the way you branded them, saying women who have come from outside? You said it yourself, just like the Chief Minister. Does the Chief Minister, who's also the Home Minister of the state, have a single ounce of proof that all these women have come from outside and they are BJP women? That she has made that allegation on the floor of the House? You have nothing to say about the comments and the absolute inaction of the state's Home Minister and the state police against the women who are saying this has been happening with us for years.
Anand, I'm saying first of all, this has to be quantified.
Quantified
it
how,
cannot
sir?
be a testimony before the media. That
No, but
this has
how many
happened.
FIRs have been written?
Do you want?
No, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. I know Dr. Ranganathan is furious. He wants to say something, but I'm just going to say, you listen to these ladies. Count the number of women who have taken the name of Shibu Hazra, of Noor Alam, and of Sheikh Shahjahan. They are singing songs there, sir, in pain. And you are telling me nobody's taken their name. My point is, sir, how many FIRs in Bengal, in Sandeshkhali, on Sandeshkhali name Sheikh Shahjahan? Not a single one. Why?
The court should have ordered to file the FIR as well.
So right now you don't have anything to say to the West Bengal police. Now you don't have anything to say to the West Bengal police.
I say
now you don't have anything to say to the West Bengal police.
Confiscate the property of the culprit.
No, listen to this.
So,
listen to this. Dr. Ranganathan coming to you after. Listen to this. Listen to these voices and let's hope that stirs up your conscience a little.
আর সন্দেশখালি শেখ শাহজাহান মায় মানকে সর্বনাশ করলে আরে কাহাব গো দিদি বাছার কেরে দোষে আর ভোট আলে শেখ শাহজাহান দলে দলে মারে আমাদের সব বিক্রি হয়ে গেছে সব বিক্রি হয়ে গেছে দিদি কি টাকা দিয়ে কি আমাদের তো ওই মাসে 1000 টাকা দিয়ে কি আমাদের ইজ্জতটা ফিরিয়ে দিতে পারবে দিদি পারবে 1000 টাকা থেকে 1200 টাকা করলো কি 1200 টাকা করে কি দাদা আমাদের মান ইজ্জতটা ফিরিয়ে দেব না দিদি আসলে পুরো দেখিয়ে দেবো আমরা আমাদের কি হয়েছে না হয়েছে দিদি আসুক এখানে শেখ শাহজাহান এসে দিদিদের সর্বনাশ করে আরে বাবা ঠিক আছে चिंता न करो चिंता बोल क्या रहे हैं बताओ क्या बोल रहे हैं
তো আমাদের এখানে যেগুলো হচ্ছে আমাদের উপরে নির্যাতন হচ্ছে সেইগুলো বললাম পুরুষদের উপরে কিভাবে হচ্ছে নির্যাতন হচ্ছে রাতের পর রাত নিয়ে গিয়ে কিভাবে ওদেরকে উপরে টর্চার করা হচ্ছে মারধর করা হচ্ছে
ওই যেগুলো কালো টালো মেয়ে সেগুলো ঘরে চলে আসতো যেগুলো পরিষ্কার টস্কার দেখতে দেখতে ভালো সেইটা মেয়েগুলো থেকে যেত এইরকম ভাবে আর কি সেইভাবেই মানে ধারণায় বোঝা আর কি
প্রতিদিন অত্যাচার করতো
এখন আপনার স্বামী কোথায়
এখন আমার স্বামী বাইরে বাড়িতে নিয়ে ওরা দিন আসে তুলে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য কেস দিয়েছে মিথ্যা কেস দিয়েছে বাড়ির থেকে তুলে নিয়ে যাবে রাত্রে বাড়ি থাকলে কি করবো আমাদের এই ভাঙাচোরো ঘর কোথায় থাকবো আমরা
কি বলবেন কি
বিচার তো এই তোই চাইছি এই বিচারই চাচ্ছি যে ওদের সারা জীবন ওদের জেল দিক শেখ শাহজাহানকে যতদিন না গ্রেফতার করবে ততদিন আমরা আন্দোলন আমরা ছাড়বো না আমরা ভয় করছি না ভয় আমরা করব না আমরা আমাদের যে উপরে যে এত হেনস্থার করা হয়েছে আমরা কিন্তু ছাড়ছি
Sir, be it the Chief Minister of a state, be it the police or be it yourself, you have no right to question the integrity of the reporters of CNN, News 18, News 18 Network, News 18 India, News 18 Bangla. They were in Sandeshkhali and the women have stood there and spoken. It is out of respect and for their own safety that we have blurred their faces. You could have counted the number of women who spoke about Sheikh Shahjahan. Now please count the number of FIRs that have his name. It's a matter for all of us to hang our heads in shame that this is happening in Bharat, in one of the states that prides itself on being politically and intellectually forward, sir.
I again repeat, this does not prove anything. This does not prove anything.
Sir, what would it take for you to believe? What would prove anything to you?
Now, Dr. Ranganathan.
It has happened in Hathras.
No.
It has happened in Kathua.
Don't do any whataboutery. In all those cases, you were on record asking for an FIR to be filed immediately, proof or not, and that's what the law says, that there should be a zero FIR, not a single FIR named Sheikh Shahjahan. There are at least 50 women there who are naming Sheikh Shahjahan, not a single FIR against him. This is a reflection of something, sir. This does not prove anything, but this is proof of something else, and this is a reflection of something else. So that sir is quod erat demonstrandum. It's demonstrated as is visible. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan. 1 minute, Mr.
You have got a fertile story to make out of it.
No, sir. It is an absolute diarrhea. It is an absolute constipation of your thought and diarrhea of your expression, sir. That is visible right now. Not anybody's fertile imagination. And that with respect, I would like to tell you, what is on display currently is an absolute constipation of your thought and diarrhea of your expression. That is what is on display. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, go ahead, please.
Good evening, Anand. I have a few points to make. And I'm going to be very direct. I can sit here and speak for the next 2 or 3 odd minutes, condemn what is happening in Sandeshkhali. Anand, you know I can do that. Anybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to demand a few things. Number one, I'm absolutely appalled that the extent to which victim shaming has been normalized over the past fortnight. It is appalling. And for the information of those who are still doubting those brave, courageous women who have risked certain deaths and come out and said of the horrific things that have been done to them. There is a woman who is approached and in front of the magistrate she has alleged gang rape, because of which gang rape has now been included as one of the charges. So all those people who were saying that rapes were not committed, they should be ashamed of themselves. Number two, people who are still doubting should know, and people who are asking for medical examination report should be ashamed, because rape is a crime that has no statute of limitation. Are they going to tell me that rapes that happened 2 years ago, maybe years ago, as you are saying correctly, Anand, there needs to be a medical report to be done now to confirm it? How shameful have we become? But here again, as I said, I am veering towards just condemnation. I'm not going to do that, Anand, because I've done that enough. We've done that enough. I want answers, and I am no longer looking for answers from the Trinamool Congress, because they have not provided answers for the last 5 years, last 10 years. And it is shameful, I say this, that every time this happens, the centre and the BJP demands answers from the TMC, knowing fully well that no answer will come. You send a CBI team, they arrest the CBI team. You send an NCW team, they stop them from doing their job. I want to ask the centre directly, is it not shameful for us Indians that a man who is accused of gang rape, sexual abuses, horrific crimes, is absconding for more than 40 days in this country? Forget about you accusing the TMC. What is the central government doing? Don't you have central forces at your disposal? Don't you have armed forces at your disposal? Is it not shameful that a man is now absconding, perhaps roaming free in Bengal or maybe any other state? What has the centre got to do with it? Is it not shameful for the centre that the Commission for SC/STs, that the Commission for Women has recommended President's rule? What are you doing? President rules have been imposed by other governments for crimes that are much lesser than this. I'm not here to equate crimes, but here dozens of women, their lives that are risked. So I don't know. I want to be, not to be cynical out here, Anand, but I have to say this, at the risk of offending people, at the risk of offending the BJP spokesperson, is the BJP's role only to stretch this and to gain some political mileage out of it? Or when are you going to act? When is the BJP and the central government going to send forces to arrest that criminal? Or are you just going to wait for TMC to arrest him?
More than 2 women in that montage itself that we put out there, the audio visual that we put out itself, have said, "Atyachar with us all through the night." How much more does a woman have to have the courage to come out and say this? They are SC/ST women, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women who are living there in that region. There are other things that have also been said, sir, far more heinous. Along with the torment, children have also been subjected to a certain level of abuse and misdemeanor. Their lands have been snatched away. Ponds have been dried, filled over. So many stories which are there of atrocities. It's an absolute, and this is just 75 kilometers from the state capital of Kolkata. 75 kilometers. Neeti Jain, how long do you want to stretch this? Till 18 becomes 22, 22 becomes 26, probability? That's the question Dr. Ranganathan is asking.
I understand the emotion, and I think I feel the same emotion that is going through with the entire matter that is going on. But ours is the federal government. There is only so much that the central government can intervene at this point, and which is why the BJP in the state is taking up this matter. We are going to, the governor there is also responding to this entire matter. So the central agencies in the federal structure, so to say, there's only so much that can be done at this point, but whatever needs to be done will be done. We cannot just leave these goons to themselves and let them be. The matter is being taken on the highest of considerations, but to say that let the central government take on everything, where does the federal structure go? So there is a precedence that goes on there. While I understand your emotion, but there is a certain restriction.
2021, those 48 hours, there was no federal structure.
We are worried about...
Because there was no government in place. You know what happened in Boshirhat, Sonakhali, Sandeshkhali, 2018, 2019, what happened in Sonakhali, which is neighborhood of Sandeshkhali. What happened in so many other regions, not just North 24 Parganas, but also the South 24 Parganas. All of that. Has it been forgotten?
Anand,
where has it been raised?
And Anand, I want to ask this: where is the moral and ethical, propriety when, with due respect, the spokesperson is talking about the federal structure over and above arresting a man who's been accused of gang raping dozens of women? Which is more important to you? The federal structure, the sacrosanct nature of federal structure, or using the power at your command to go after and arrest the man who's been absconding for 45 days accused of gang rape? I'm sorry.
So like I said, I completely agree with what you're saying, and I agree with the sentiment that you're coming from. I think everybody in this country is feeling the same sentiment, apart from the TMC and the leaders that come with it. But again, the question that stands today is that with every matter that you have raised, Anand, the political patronage that is being given to these people needs to be questioned. And today they're questioning the court, they're questioning the government, they're questioning every Tom, Dick and Harry. And you can say that all of this needs to be broken, but the central government has to set a precedence also. So today if we go out and say that the federal structure, humko farak nahi padta federal structure ka, that's not how things work. The Home Minister is the one who needs to answer. And I know you have sufficient faith in the BJP for doing something, but we cannot...
Now, with due respect, Neeti Jain, and if you remember what happened on those 48 hours, the faith on the BJP cadre is also, of the BJP cadre on ground, is also not so heavy or not so hard on the central leadership or the top leadership, because everybody took the first flight out. And the people who were run roughshod on the streets and at the Pada levels in Bengal were those who showed faith in the BJP and stood up to the Trinamool Congress. Now, the point right now is, Ravi Srivastavji, please tell me, don't you want the answer to this magical question, where is Sheikh Shahjahan? Will you please ask that of the Bengal police?
I'm totally with you. I'm not saying any culprit should go scot-free. But the fact is that you have to trust the state law and law machinery for that matter.
You will trust.
But
You will
then
trust.
Mamata
You
Banerjee
you
is
you will
defending
trust.
him.
You will trust.
Then
No, you will trust. You will trust the Bengal police because the person is absconding for 46 days. They have no clue where he is.
Anand, it is not on
A
individual.
person who's a
that whether I
TMC
trust or
strongman
not.
who's supposed to
It
be
is
called
a-
as Bhai there.
it is-
He's
it is
Sandesh.
the
He's
trust-
he's Shahjahan Bhai. Sandeshkhali is Don.
Trust of crores of people who have elected that particular government. You cannot question that.
No, not
It
at
is-
all,
it is
sir.
not- you
Isn't
have
that
got a
isn't that
police
trust
force-
in question today?
You have-
I'm
you
not
have got
questioning
a
the
police
trust.
force
The trust
there.
in question today, sir, because the people
the
who trusted are
government-
the ones who are looking at and asking, Didi, what have you done? Why have you backing this person?
The moment it
You are losing
happened,
our respect. That's
the
what the
state-
women of Sandeshkhali are telling, Didi.
State Women Commission was sent there, headed by the DGP rank officer, a lady officer, with a lady officer's team. The victims or somebody pleading.
Sir, they are naming
for
Sheikh
them.
Shahjahan.
Should I come forward for
Why
that?
has that 10-member
Should I
team
file
not
the
mentioned Shahjahan in a
complaints
single
over
FIR?
there?
Why does that?
That's
Why
what
has
I'm
that
saying,
10-member
bro.
team not mentioned Shahjahan in a single FIR? Why did it have to be the presence of the National Commission of Women that the statement of one of them was taken in the presence of a magistrate, and only after that the charges of sexual assault and rape were added to the FIRs?
I think the two persons, that Hazra and Dr. Uttam Sardar, who were,
Sir, his name is Noor Alam.
raped-
The Trinamool Congress will not even reveal that.
They have been. They
His
have
actual
already
name
been
is Noor
arrested.
Alam as revealed by Mr. Hazra himself.
Two persons.
But
have
you will not
already
take
been
that name.
arrested. No, I'm not saying that. See,
Neither
you
is
have
the
to
Trinamool
trust-
taking that name.
You have to trust the state law machinery. If the police force, they will do their job. This is they cannot go.
Okay, sir, I have to wind up on that note
They are
with just a
accountable
simple
to the-
question. Suddenly today, sir, you are not convincing
In Manipur,
enough. Do you really
in
trust?
Manipur, they don't. in
Yes,
Manipur,
Dr.
they don't
Nagarata.
want to. In Manipur, they don't want to trust the state machinery. In Bengal, they do. This is the kind of hypocrisy that is letting the women of the country down.
Anand, Manipur is a shame on India. Manipur is
Bengal-
a shame on the Prime Minister
So
of
when
this
CM
country.
Bengal
stands
is
for
in-
the
Prime Minister
legislature
of
and
this
she says
country.
she defends
You
the
have
main
got
culprit, that is not a
incompetent
shame.
chief minister there who allowed the women to be paraded naked.
And
Thank
what
you.
are
In
you
broad
allowing?
daylight.
No.
And
So
nothing happened to those people.
amazing flow of expression when
What
it
are you
comes
talking?
there. But the same thing when it happens in
What is
Sandeshkhali
good?
with the women
What
there,
happened
of
in
the
the
SC,
Hazrat?
ST women there,
What happened
then
in
you
the
need
Hazrat?
video proof, sir.
3 a.m.
Then you are
in the
asking for.
morning, you burn the body
Then
of
you are
a
asking,
Dalit girl
sir,
with a petrol.
sir. Now you are
with
asking the
police.
women of Sandeshkhali proof. No, you want video proof of these testimonies because you cannot accept these at face value.
I want
But in
everything
Manipur,
to
Manipur, you
happen
have
as
all
per
the instances
requirement of the law.
documented, everything by heart, so that you can express it
No,
in a
you
diary
can-
of expression.
Not diary of expression. You have seen yourself.
No,
You have
sir.
done
I am
several
asking you
shows
this
on
question,
that.
sir.
What happened
You should
in
not
Manipur?
have. You should not have different standards, sir. That you are ready to do Padyatra all the way to Hathras, but you can't even travel 75 kilometers up to Sandeshkhali. Sir, that itself behoves a lot of questions. I thank you. I thank you all. I have to move on for the moment. Thank you very, very much. We're going to take a